Everybody's Kelly with Way We Go 2.0. Kathy's inside getting the air conditioner going, warming up a little bit. I'm outside trying to get this daggum satellite dish up and running, but whatever. Someone asked a while back about our flag setup, so I thought I'd give a quick video on how we did it. Okay, so the flag, actually, I have to give credit to a retired Air Force guy we met in Destin, Florida, at the base there. He had this set up outside his Class A, and I thought it was really neat, a really neat configuration. We actually saw this in Destin, Florida last summer, I guess. We had escaped for a storm that was coming through our town with some really large hail predicted, and it did turn out to be bad. But anyway, we went down there, and this guy was a retired Air Force guy, and he had this set up outside his Class A, and I thought it was really neat. It's not the standard flag setup, really, and so I copied it, and can certainly not claim it as my own, but it has worked out really well. What I like about it is it does blow, depending on the breeze, it'll go wherever it needs to go. Right now, the wind's blowing that way. And I've got a little rubber washer or gasket or something down there that I just kind of modified so that it won't dig itself into the ground, which is kind of common with these free flying flags. So I guess while I'm there, I'll start with the light. The light is a solar garden light that I have duct or electrical taped the crap out of to get it on there, solar powered. It has done pretty well so far, but recently I think the rain has finally gotten the better of it. So I'm probably going to have to go out and get another garden light, but I think this one's maybe $9. And then I started, I think I began with maybe a 10-foot section of 3/4 inch PVC. It's worked out pretty well for me. If you want to make it a little stronger, you might can get a little bit bigger, but then you'll start having troubles with getting these smaller little garden flags in there. 3/4 inch is about all they'll take, and of course you can get flags to your preference, roll tide and simplify, but the openings are not very big, so that's what you're going to have to kind of keep in mind. So what I did, again, started with 3/4 inch PVC pipe, 1 10-foot section worked out for me. And then I've got 3/4 inch caps for here, and up there at the top. I've got a T section here, cross section, and I've got an angled section here, again, all 3/4. And that takes care of all of the moving parts. So when I disassemble it, I twist this part left and right and take it off from here, and that leaves just the T. I'll twist the T left and right and take the crossbar off there, roll the flag up, roll those up, and that helps with storage in the bed of the truck. And then all I've got left now is just the stand with the light on it. And so it does break down really easily, and it has withstood up to 40-mile-an-hour winds on multiple occasions. There were two occasions where the American flag did come off. And, you want to keep an eye out for that. Of course, you don't want it on the ground. Neighbors brought it and set it outside the trailer. So if you know it's going to be anything above probably 20 miles an hour, go ahead and take it on off, because at that angle, it can pull it. And instead of bending it over, it does that a little bit, but it also pulls that pole out. So, just do that. But that's it. And for support, two things on this. This is kind of important. This is a little bit of a trial and error for me. So the support I have there now is I guess it's a 1/2 inch steel rod that I pound down into the ground, about 6 or 8 inches. Usually supports it pretty well. It is a little bit crooked right now, but anyway, it's very, very sturdy. It's not going to go anywhere. Of course, you want to be careful about where you pound that in. You don't want to get into the campground's electrical or plumbing if you're in a campground. But I did initially have a hollow pole there, and that's not going to work because I've got a little hammer that I pound it down with, and then so it will flatten out that top. As you can see, it's happened a little bit with this, not too much, but that's something I can kind of beat back out. But if I did, initially I got a little stainless steel pipe, thinking that would be lighter weight, and it's not worth it. So just go ahead and get you the solid stainless steel pipe, and you'll be fine. And again, just set this on top of it, line it up, slide it on down, and I've got to get a new little washer there. That one's getting used and abused, I think. But and then it will turn. The other thing you're going to want to keep in mind is alignment. Again, what I did was with rivets, put them in here. I've been playing with rivets lately. But you can drill a hole here and then drill a hole up there and run some a little zip tie through it, or any other way that you can find that may suit you better to attach the flag to the pole. As you can see, it is important. It shouldn't be to most people, but it evidently was to me, because you want to put the holes for your flag here if you're going to run the zip ties through it. I actually had a flag that had grommets. Now that I think about it, this one's different. The flag runs through the pole runs through the flag. But I attached it with zip ties. So I put a couple of holes here that go through both sides, and a couple of holes up there that go through both sides. Attach it with a zip tie or wire or whatever. Make sure you have your holes lined up here and here, so that there and there, so your flag's not twisted. I did it. My brain fart moment is about a 1/2 inch off, but it did twist it just a little bit. So anyway, just make sure you get your holes lined up. The other thing about the PVC is PVC comes with these. In fact, you can see how much bigger the flag was. It comes with the markings on it, and this was left over from the other flag was here, so I didn't clean it off. But it has these markings from the manufacturer to let you know what size it is and ratings and everything else. All you have to do is just get some really soft or non-aggressive sandpaper, and just scrub that off, and that'll come right off, and it won't scratch it. It'll be nice and smooth. And actually, you can use that for maintenance. Sometimes when I put this up, like you can see here, sometimes when I put this up, I have greasier hands, or maybe have my gloves on, or forget what I'm doing, or maybe it's just a muddy day. You can actually take that sandpaper and just kind of clean it, rub it, and that'll actually clean it and bring it to a nice white color. So I need to do that on mine. Again, the Lowe's flag is just a lot heavier duty flag material. You can see it's double stitched here, double stitched on the edge. Another thing I've done is to keep its shape like this, which I kind of like. I did add a fishing weight to the bottom. I couldn't tell you how many ounces it is, but it's that big. So for our fishermen, people, whatever you want to call yourselves now, fishing people, you'll know how big the weight is, and just got a couple of eyes there, whatever. But that is just enough to keep it down. And when the wind blows, it has a really nice effect that it kind of keeps it unfurled, and as you can see it's doing there, it doesn't kind of blow all up on itself, and it also keeps it from getting wrapped around the pole. Sometimes when it's windy, it'll wrap around the pole and look a little funky, so that keeps it down and keeps its shape a little bit. And lastly, again, you can see the cap up there. What I've done here is something that was personal to me. I've got some dog tags on here attached to the front of it. Oh, see, the wind's pulling it out of my hands. I've got my dog tags when I was in the Marine Corps. I've got both of my son's dog tags from when they were in the Marine Corps. And here I've got my wife's uncle's dog tag from when he was in World War II. He was on the USS Gambier Bay when it was sunk, as a matter of fact. And so World War II veteran here. And then I just need to get my brothers and my daughter-in-law, who was in the Marine Corps, and he was in the Coast Guard. Brothers since passed away. So I want to get those and put them on there as well. That's just my tribute, something that I do special to honor family and so forth. So that's it. That is the flag. we like it a lot. It came out really well. Again, I've got to get the solar light down there. You don't have to do solar. If you want to mount a permanent light, run the wire out, you can. We just don't do it because we have grandkids that come in tripping, or I'll trip on it, whatever. But anyway, you can see our flags unfurled to every breeze from dawn to setting sun. So there you go. And that effect there is what the fishing weight will do for you as well. So you guys take care. It's Kelly. Kathy's inside doing her thing. Away we go, 2.0 from Chester Frost Park in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Beautiful day on the lake. You guys take care. Be good. Be safe. Let us know what you think. Any other suggestions you guys have out there for flags and so forth, or any other decorations. We will catch you down the road.